TC Title Guy Podcast. Please be sure to like and subscribe below. Today was, it's been very busy lately. Right after the New Year's, I think I came back to work and I was like, man, look at this calendar. It is empty. Like what I like to do is I like to set meetings, in advance, especially before the holidays. But people just contact me after the holidays. Well, the problem with that is like it leaves an empty calendar after I come back from the holidays, and I'm like, wow, this is really, really bad. And I'm my own worst critic for the most part. And what I mean by that is I like to have, it makes me successful in sales, being that kind of person, being your own boss, not having a micromanager above you in any industry that you're in, which that's how I like to work. I like to be my own boss and implement, for the most part, implement my own strategies. And what I mean by this is like I like to have a full calendar. And so right after the New Year's, I was like, I gotta get going here. I made a bunch of follow-ups, met new people, yada yada, and I set a bunch of meetings. And now I'm working late at night, and it's getting really busy for me. I'm teaching a lot of Con Ed courses. My AI class is blowing up. I've taught it 2 times now. I've got another class, and again next week, so it'll be 3 weeks in a row. I wasn't really planning on that. I only had it once this month, and then once next month. But now I'm teaching at a brokerage. I've taught it it's just blowing up. I've got 15, 20 agents signed up next week. By the way, you should take it, Trevor. You'll learn some cool stuff and help to simplify your life or grow it.
AI is the future, and Alex is doing a really good job of teaching it.
Not only the future, the now.
Yeah.
The now. Like literally, you can take. I'm not going to divulge too much about my class, but you could take a photo of a room and say, "Hey, Mr. Buyer, you had said that you like this room to look XYZ way, right? Well, guess what? Check this out. ChatGPT, upload that on there. Hey, make it look like 90s whatever, like, or feng shui. I don't care. Like, make it look furnished, right? Let's say it's unfurnished, or remodel this room. You can do anything you want it to do and change it up. And then I'll say, hey, Mr. Buyer, like, utilize this as a sales tool. What do you think about that? Just saying. We learn about that kind of stuff in my class where I'm taking flat photos and making them into videos, making them come to life, utilizing the listing description, copy and paste into a AI music generator, making any genre of music, and it all relates to the listing specifically. I took one down in Manistee, my parents' condo down there. That's for sale. If you're looking for a condo on the water with a dock, great location, and I would highly recommend checking it out for your clients. And it's under $500,000. So where are you gonna find waterfront in northern Michigan with access to Lake Michigan for that price? Anyways, you could show that to your sellers and say, hey, Mr. Seller, check this out. I made a song that directly reflects your listing. Just I need to stop there, because if I don't divulge too much information, I'm gonna just teach my whole class right now. Anyways, we're down here in a unique location today, City to Shore real estate office in Cadillac, downtown Cadillac, Michigan. First TC Title Guy Podcast in Cadillac, Michigan.
Welcome to town.
I'm sitting with Trevor Knapp, and Trevor is a young buckaroo. We met on socials. Said, hey man, come to my class down here. I taught a couple of marketing classes. Actually, one was a marketing class. The other one was a different class that I taught. And man. Then we set a meeting, and now we're talking about doing business. And the guy's a go-getter, and he's kind of like me, a self-starter kind of dude. And we're going to talk about him today. What drives him? What makes him the best real estate agent in Cadillac? So,
well, first off, Alex, thanks for coming in. Thank you for coming down.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, man, this is the second time we've met here in Cadillac. Once we went over to Wildflower Bakery.
Yep.
Talked in there.
Yeah. Great
shout
cookies.
Out to Wildflower.
Yummy.
Yep. Got to go there.
I got like a sweet tongue tooth for Oreo, and they had like these double Anyway, it was awesome. Shout out to Wildflower right down the street. So Trevor, tell me about why'd you get into real estate? Tell me about you as an individual. What do you like to do? I'm gonna give you a whole pile of questions right now, but like tailor the conversation into what did you used to do? Why do you think real estate was the right fit for you? What makes you different than everybody else? What's your target ideal client? Now, I sit down with some agents sometimes, or one or two, and they've said to me before, like, especially the newer agents, they're always like, I'm like, who's your ideal target client? Like, who are you trying to pursue? Who do you vibe with the best? And they say everybody. I'm like, I'm sorry, no, you're not for everybody. So that's what I'm trying to get at.
Gotcha.
You have the floor, my friend.
Well, so I was born and raised right here in Cadillac, Michigan, and I grew up, actually, this is kind of a lifelong thing for me. I grew up watching my dad being very involved with business. He managed a company here. We were always going to Chamber of Commerce events, Business After 5. I watched him carry around a briefcase forever. And I knew when I grew up I wanted to do the same thing. He helped launch stuff with the Baker College here and CTC. He helped train a bunch of people, and I'm like, this is cool. This is involved with the community. It's business. It's his job, right? But there's more to it. So I went to Cadillac High School, graduated there, went to college in Traverse City, and got a degree in business. And then I worked for the Forest Service, actually, after doing other businessy jobs here and there, a little bit of insurance. Didn't like that. No offense to insurance agents, but not for me. Worked for the Forest Service, which was fun, but that was kind of a seasonal transition job into real estate. So that's how I landed in real estate. I landed with City to Shore because I had a family friend, who worked here and got me into it. And now what I like about this business is you can treat it however you want. You can be an agent that just comes in and you want to close deals and that's all you want to do. And take your paycheck and go, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I like to look at it like, how can I reinvest and merge community, business, my hobbies like you do? You love hunting, fishing, and you make it part of your work.
Thank you.
And you do a good job.
Appreciate that.
So watching my dad do it, right, when I was young, 20 years ago, I'm still young, but younger, and now I'm doing it. I'm the vice president of the Cadillac Area Young Professionals, so that allows us to work with other younger people who are up and coming, who want connections. I try and involve myself with the local businesses as much as possible. The DDA here does a great job, fantastic people, which they're in charge of the downtown area. We're trying to build that up and make it even better also.
I have a question.
Yes.
But are you thinking about starting your own podcast to highlight these local businesses?
Because of you, actually, yeah, because content creation is something that I wanted to do when I was younger. I want to be a YouTuber. And now I have all these great connections up and down these streets of Cadillac that I want to highlight. So we'll talk, maybe.
And the really nice thing about it is, Trevor, and I don't know if I talked to you about this before, but Trevor's introducing me to his entire team. I'm coming to talk with them down here next month. And so Trevor's not only a potential client, he's an influencer, right? So not only do real estate agents, lenders become the influencer, but utilize this. You'll see how this ties in here in a second. I interviewed an inspection company, right? They are my influencer to other agents, potentially. Even though they don't direct business directly unless they're going through a real estate transaction. I love to earn their business. Shout out to you, Matt and Nikki Indish. But my point is like that's how you do it.
And it's all connected.
So what I mean is like, dude, like not only are people getting to know you without actually meeting you, I sent one of my podcasts to a realtor who was on her way up from Manistee to have a meeting. And I said, hey, here, if you want to get to know me, here's episode 1. And she loved it. She's like, yeah, a lot of the stuff you said on your show, you're saying right now. And so what I mean by you can do to do, like you said, you like to involve with yourself with the community and local businesses. That's what you do. You interview local businesses, and then they refer you business.
And then
or
like
themselves.
You said, that plays into the bigger part of community. Also, my wife, Emily, is very involved. She's a Rotarian. She volunteers for Oasis. She works at a credit union, and we're both loving how business leads us to our community.
Yep.
And I know every realtor says, oh, I'm community focused, but I mean, really, that is the cornerstone of my business. And I think it would be amazing to start doing a podcast, maybe with some business owners or the people that are helping develop the town even further.
Take my course, man. It's
all right, I'll be there.
It's really not, like, once you get rolling, and obviously he can talk, right? You can see that right now. He's a personable, articulate. That's
most
right.
days,
and
not
so
always.
he's talking right now, and he's doing fantastic. And my point is like, just keep doing it. Riding a bike, you get better every time you do it, and that's what I did with this show. And you could see from my first episode to now, it's improved so drastically. And one thing I'm actually noticing now that I'm doing wrong, because I critique myself often, is I'm looking at the table. I need to be looking at the camera or at Trevor. I apologize.
I'll work on that too. This is my first podcast, everyone.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it
nice.
is. Yep.
So keep talking about the local businesses and what else you do.
So Cadillac is blessed that we're right in between two awesome all sports lakes, right? So we're capturing winter sports.
Yep.
We're capturing summer sports, hiking in the fall, fishing, hunting. I mean, like, you can pretty much do anything here. And I have to ride this balance, right? My whole friends, family, everybody's here. And then I'm also helping people from out of town buy here, right? So I'm helping people who live here try and get homes, and I'm helping people try and relocate as well. So you kind of ride that line of, well, I have friends and family who want to live here. Can someone downstate come in and buy that up before them? So what's unique about Cadillac is we're really trying to develop more housing. That's a big thing on the ticket here. I know that is for a lot of communities, but especially these vacation towns. So I like to be involved in that. That's really cool to be able to hear from my friends, my first-time home buyers, because that's my kind of my crowd right now because of my age.
Okay.
First-time home buyers. And yes, I help everybody. I've done a little bit of everything, but first-time home buyers, what I actually like to do is have them in right here, right where we're having the podcast. I have a whole buyer's guide. I have scenarios. I like to have people in the office. Can I do everything online and just send them some forms and say sign it? Yeah. I like to have people in here. I like to explain things. I like to show them listings. I should have brought it in here. I have a whole process with a roadmap and everything. And I like to meet people in person still. And then people move in here as well. I like to have them sit down right here and say, do you want lakefront? Do you want to be by the ski hill? Do you want to be by trails? So that's like a part of my business that I still focus on a lot. Like, you can use AI and technology and we can do everything online. But I do like to have that personable, I call it like just handshake business.
Absolutely.
Like what we're doing right now. You know, we could do this over Zoom or whatever and record it. But I like seeing you. You know, I like seeing the stuff. I like being in here. And I feel like when I sit down with buyers, especially first-time buyers, I need to educate them. What is an FHA loan? What is an RD loan? Is there down payment assistance we can get? What does a home sale contingency look like if you're moving? Like, I like to say all that in the beginning. I like to show them the paperwork so there's never any questions. I like to do that all right here. So
shout out to Guild Mortgage. Megan Alberts.
Yeah, Megan is awesome.
Candace Moulter. They just sold their building, moved into a new location. I'm not sure where it is yet. But yeah, if it wasn't for those two individuals, I would have never met Trevor. And that's the truth. Long story. This is where I had my Con Ed course down here a couple months ago. I think it was like in September, October, something like that.
And Megan is great. I've worked with her a few times and very responsive. And that is another thing that realtors, I look at lending, realtors, appraisers, inspectors, title. When we're in a transaction together, we're a team.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
The other side of it, we're all trying to close this, right?
Yep.
So to have a relationship with someone like Megan, with someone like you, with an appraiser, with the inspectors that you had, right, on your podcast, the more knowledgeable and connected your realtor is, like, to have these people on speed dial and to have a connection with them is huge.
And I'm not going to say names, and he brings up a good point. And I've said this in my other shows before. Local, okay? Yeah, I preach you could buy like a DIY podcast kit on Amazon, but I think I actually was with a lender earlier today. He actually said, "Hey, look, like there's another place down the street, like a local place that you might be able to buy it. Go with them, right?" And my point is like I preach local, go local, buy local, sell local, and I think it's really really imperative and important when it comes to lenders. And what I mean by that is this, and he touched on it. You're going to have that person during the transaction and after the transaction. You're going to call them about, they should be following up with you about refinancing, but you're going to call them about questions when it relates to whatever it comes to your loan. Okay, I don't know how to work this portal. I don't care what it is. They may not know all the answers, but they're going to know somebody that knows it. Rather than going with a big box institution, you're not going to be able to call them and get the same person every single time, or develop a relationship with them. So go ahead. Yeah,
I got a story. So in Wexford County last year, the Register of Deeds, like, everything went down. Massive problem.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we could do a whole podcast on how much of a mess that was.
I've talked about it a little bit, but yeah, go ahead.
I was dealing with and helping clients who are currently under contract who need to close their homes, right? And a couple of them had local lenders who knew the situation, who knew what was going on. And then I had a couple people who were with Rocket or Zillow Mortgage. I don't know if they're still doing it, but they were based out of California. My contact kept switching around, They didn't know. They didn't care about what was going on here. We couldn't close it by a certain date. Their rates are locked in. A lot of times local people, when there's problems going on, are willing to work with you. They're willing to work with your clients as well. I'm trying to explain this to these guys in California. They don't care. It's just about getting the deal closed. Local lenders, title workers, inspectors, appraisers, I mean, cornerstone of the business.
So he brings up a good point too. Like we have an examiner down here in Cadillac that went into the ROD once they finally got up and running. They weren't online. Like they're getting back up online now. It's a little bit better. I don't think it's fully up online. Anyway, long story short, we have an examiner down here that goes into the ROD. So what I mean by that is if you got a title company from out of town, you would have to have somebody farmed out to go in and examine. Does that make sense? I'm pretty sure I explained that pretty good.
And, well, someone else can do that. I like to make transactions seamless.
Mm-hmm.
And when people know each other, when they've worked well together before, or you're meeting new people, I feel like it makes it more seamless. And at the end of the day, you, me, everyone's trying to serve our clients.
Yep.
That's it. I mean, to the best of our ability. And when I can call you up on your speed dial, I don't have to wait and jump through a 1-800 this and that, or, their loan is now being handled by so-and-so. It's a pain in the butt. And I will always preach local. And I think Cadillac has a lot to offer in terms of, and, Traverse City's a lot bigger than us, but Cadillac's catching up. And we've got a lot of great people here that go all over the place. And City to Shore, obviously, that's my broker, is brokerage of City to Shore. And what we have is agent support. And I want to touch on that for a minute. Agent support is hours of 9 to 5. We have a full-time office manager who's here, who I would love to have come on, but she probably won't. But that is like a person managing the transaction in the background for us all the time. She is constantly, anytime an email comes in, she's getting it. Anytime there's a problem, she's helping us assist with that transaction. And when things go awry, which they always do, like that is really the local thing that I like, that someone will catch it. We can find a solution. There's always problems, but I can call the title guy, I can call agent support, I can call this, I can call that. Nothing's outsourced. I mean, we're handling your business in Northern Michigan. That's what I love about being local. And you said, like, what makes me different or what makes me better? And, I mean, I'm a really honest person. All realtors have the ability to do the same thing. We can all do the same thing. It's just levels of doing things, right? It's what are you doing differently? And everyone's trying to diversify and this and that. I really don't have a cheat code. I don't have anything. I just base it around the best service possible. Like, I've been in this office at 1 a.m. working with shift workers when I don't want to be here. But it's part of our creed. The first line is place others' needs above our own. So what makes me different, what makes us different is just unwavering dedication to our clients.
Dude, you would kill it with your own podcast. You would kill it.
I don't know
kill it.
That.
Or a part-time DJ.
My dad was a DJ.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go,
I got
man.
some equipment, man, but it's from like the 80s.
Dude, literally, go around town, 15, 25-minute episodes, highlight their local businesses. Then they're gonna be able to have that for the rest of time. Yep. Utilize it on your own YouTube channel if you don't already have one already. Like, dude, I can help you get started on this stuff, man. You would kill it.
No, I'd like to.
Do it.
No one's doing it here yet.
Do it. Dude, that's what I tell agents all the time. And guess what? Hopefully Trevor jumps ahead of you and he gets to it before you. You could most certainly
I will.
Sit down with me and I can help you create one and help you with the YouTube channel. I've got certified courses on both. What I mean by certified is it's for accreditation for your real estate license. Okay. I don't need to get him certified. It's just like it gets more butts in the seats, and that's how I gain relationships. People bring their friend, hey, I need CE credit, whatever. Anyways, my point is just like this. Like, this guy, he's the man, all right? He's got his client's best interest. He preaches local. And the creed, again?
It's a long creed, but the first one is place your client's needs above your own.
Yeah. Same thing, client's best interest.
Yep.
And that's what I preach all the time. And that's how I live. How I live by my business and my motto and everything. Like and here's the thing. Like I'm not for everybody. And I've said this on millions of other shows, and that's completely fine. But I'm telling you right now, like, your needs don't matter in a transaction at all. Like, and when it comes to title, like, you better share with information with somebody. Do not withhold anything.
What I like to add on to that is I've totally stopped saying real estate sales. I really don't like the word sales. I say real estate advising.
Okay.
And that's what I do. That's why I sit meetings just like an attorney would. Like, please come into my office. Let me advise you. And I'll advise you on this title company's got this. This lender's got that. It's up to our clients, our buyers, and our sellers to decide which is best for them. We have to present them with everything. I advise you, but you're in the driver's seat.
Yep.
Right? And I'm really honest with people. Someone wants to write a $50,000 lowball offer, I'll write it. All right, then I'll do it. But I say, I probably won't get a call back. Mm-hmm. We're probably not going to negotiate. Mm-hmm. We might. It happens, but...
So what are you seeing down here so it is February of 2026, just putting that as a note. What are you seeing down here when it comes to the local market, when it comes to potential for new listings coming up? Is it going to be a hot spring? Rates have come down a little bit. So what are you seeing down here locally specifically?
I've got a lot to say on that, but I'm going to keep it just tight and informative. We're a pretty seasonal town, right? People want to buy and want to sell in the spring, summer, fall. So winter market slows a bit, but we've had consistent new listings. Things are sitting longer, though. Unless it's priced perfectly in a great location, things are sitting. I'm seeing price reductions, and that is not what happened a couple years ago. It was right. You could list anything for any amount of money and it would sell. I'm actually getting offers accepted for under on the buyer side. So the market is, I don't want to say like it's buyer's market, but I like the word stabilized a little bit. We're still seeing growth, of course, but it's easier to get homes. Maybe if you have contingencies, maybe if you're offering less or you're not conventional, we're getting those accepted.
So I think that some people, I'm not pointing out any of the individuals or saying names. I think that they lack they don't lack knowledge, but it's more of like remember to tell your clients, yeah, the price may scare you, but you can always offer under. Like,
yeah, we can always negotiate.
Don't let that price that you see on Zillow scare you. Okay, like it didn't scare me. I got my house $50,000 under asking price.
And if things have been sitting for a while, if I see it's been sitting for 150 days, we're not offering asking price for that. Like,
absolutely not.
We are getting things for under asking. Things are sitting longer. The inventory's not bad. It's picking up. Again, we have different districts here. If you want to live kind of downtown, there's a lot more housing in the city of Cadillac. If you want to start to get on the outskirts, which everybody wants, a couple acres just outside of town, those are still selling. But now on the seller side, you are still going to make a decent amount on your home, I believe.
Well, absolutely, because you look at the prices pre-COVID. Now look at the prices. So even if it's less than you could have got a couple years ago, you're still look at pre-COVID prices. You're still up over potentially like I think 100%.
And that's where it goes back on listing agents, us realtors. We need to work harder to get our listings sold for a higher price. I can't just put on the MLS and it flies off. All right, our marketing has to be amazing, and Alex, you can touch on how you're helping realtors with that, but our marketing has to be great. The list price has to be competitive. We need to create bidding wars. We need to drum up that interest rather than just, it's on the MLS, got an open house. We need to promote this house, every house, not just like your big ticket ones, but even the smaller price ones. They're all homes, and we need to sell that thing.
If you treat the $150,000 home, I mean, I don't know how many of those are around much anymore, but
actually around Cadillac,
quite a few.
You can get a house around here for $150,000.
Well, anyway, okay, $100,000 home compared to $1 million home, you always treat it the same.
Yep, you have to. So because it's still someone's home. That's the thing,
right?
You know what I mean? And I've been blessed to do $1 million deal. And I've been blessed to help first-time home buyers. And I tell you what, man, the excitement of that first-time home buyer when they're walking into their first home, even if crap's falling off the wall or whatever, they're imagining their life. They're imagining what they're doing to fix it up. They're sending me pictures, and to them, that $100,000 home, that's their house, man. And you have to give the same level of professionalism. And again, back to the seller though. If you want to sell your home, but you're worried about, oh, I'm not going to get as much as I would have then, talk to me. I got a whole marketing plan. It's going to involve this guy, and we will create that competition for your home, and we'll get it sold.
I don't close deals. Okay, just pointing that out right away. But I do have a great staff that close deals. And here's the point. I play liaison for this guy. When you guys have questions, he's going to come to me. I'm going to put him in touch with the right person that has the answers. Or he's going to already have that person advanced because I'm going to introduce him to my quarterback, Rochelle Gaylord, or soon to be hopefully Katie, our new processor. Trevor, is there anything else you wanted to touch on? So that's what we're going to talk about next. You will see the fruits of your labor with a podcast. I interviewed an agent earlier in one of my first couple of episodes. Now we do more business deals together. It was literally my first time meeting her. I'm meeting with another person tomorrow. I have never met the guy. He connected with me on socials. He wants to be on my show, highlight his real estate business, and he has another company that he does other things with. I can't remember, remodeling or something like that. My point is this: you're meeting new people, and then you're also going to meet people that could introduce you to other people, right? It's creating content, it's selling all the time for you. I've preached enough on this a lot in the past, but my point is like, you need to do it, Trevor. You're articulate, man. You just need to get off your butt and do it.
I know.
I know I was a little blunt there, but you just got to do it.
It's true. No, see, I respect that. I like that. I mean, I think the last thing I want to say is real estate is such a fantastic industry, and we as agents and lenders and title workers, we see all walks of life, man. I've sat across from people who are happy, who are sad, who are selling for all types of reasons, and to just immerse yourself in the human experience is amazing. And if you can carry that passion into your work, don't just chase the dollar, but the dollars come from good work.
Yep.
From chasing your passion. And I love being connected with great people in the industry. And other realtors too. Like, I go out to lunch with other agents from different offices. It's fun. I like to know people. So thanks for doing this with me, Alex. I appreciate it.
Bust your butt. Do something different than nobody else is doing. Which Trevor, I hope he's gonna get down the road here with his new podcast here soon, and and then the dollars flow afterwards. Mm-hmm. I could tell you right now, I started with nothing when I started this job. I'm sure Trevor can attest to that. I had nobody, right? I didn't even grow up in Northern Michigan. Trevor grew up in Northern Michigan, and now I got a good book of business, and Everybody, this is Alex Eicher, the TC Title Guy Podcast. I need to start doing this more often in every episode. Please be sure to like and subscribe below throughout the show. I need to do that. Please help me grow my YouTube channel. Alex Eicher, TC Title Guy Podcast. Trevor Knapp with City to Shore Real Estate in Cadillac, Michigan. Thank you for being on the show. Everybody have a great day.
Thanks for having me on.